United Kingdom is on course to record its warmest summer on record as Europe braces for yet another heatwave. The Hungarian parliament elected a new president after his predecessor was ousted by a constitutional amendment.
The recent Ebola outbreak in the Democratic Republic of Congo has now claimed over 2,000 lives and is on track to be the country's deadliest in history.
The United Kingdom is on course to record its warmest summer on record, that is according to the country's National Weather Service. Provisional statistics showed that the current recorded mean temperature across the UK from the 1st of June until the 10th of August was just under 16.5 degrees Celsius. That is 1.88 degrees Celsius higher than the average for the same period between 1991 and 2020. The figures also show last month was the driest July on record for England and Wales. Nearly 3/4 of England and the whole of Wales is already officially in drought. Last week, the Met Office had issued amber heat alerts for parts of the UK, with temperatures expected to reach up to 37 degrees Celsius in some areas. Western mainland Europe is also gearing up to face yet another heat wave this week. Europe is the world's fastest warming continent, with temperatures rising at around twice the global average. This summer's record temperatures has left 38% of Europe's land in drought.
Gravelines nuclear power plant in northern France has shut down 3 reactors after a swarm of jellyfish clogged pumps used to cool the units. 3 reactors were taken offline on Monday and output at a fourth was cut by half, energy group EDF said on Tuesday, leaving just 1 operating at full capacity. A 6th reactor was already offline for scheduled maintenance. This situation has no impact on the safety of the facilities, the safety of personnel or the environment, EDF said. France has seen nuclear power production disrupted by multiple heat waves and droughts this year, with EDF shutting down several reactors in June and July because of extreme heat. The Gravelines nuclear power plant near the northern city of Dunkirk is the largest in Western Europe, with 6 900 megawatt reactors. The nuclear power plant was also temporarily taken offline a year ago after jellyfish clogged its seawater pumping stations.
The severe drought that has plagued Europe this summer has now also affected the grape harvest in Hungary's most famous wine region. Grapes are smaller and vines struggling to survive due to high temperatures in the Villani wine region, causing the harvest to start sooner than normal.
Most már lassan kénytelenek vagyunk hozzászokni, hogy elég komoly aszály van. Hát nem csak nálunk országos szinten, most már nagyon kéne egy kis eső, főleg a melegebb dűlőkben érzik az ültetvények, hogy nem csak a talajba hiányzik jelentős mennyiségű csapadék, hanem a légkörbe sincs.
Expertise is important in the winemaking business, but even seasoned farmers are powerless against the forces of nature. Though the wine's quality is not expected to be seriously compromised, the quantity of grapes ready for harvest is expected to be around 30% lower than in previous years.
Most hízna a bogyó, most telne föl vízzel a bogyó, és látjuk, hogy az aszály miatt, a szárazság miatt, hogy kicsik és többettek a fürtök, a szemek. Főleg ez a késői fajtáknál, a késérési fajtáknál lesz nagy probléma.
In the previous years, the harvest of red grape varieties in Villani began in early September, but this year it is expected to start earlier. Exactly when will depend on the progress of the forced ripening caused by the drought.
Hungarian lawmakers approved former Supreme Court Chief András Baka as the country's new president on Tuesday. The move comes following the contested removal last month of the previous head of state, as Prime Minister Péter Magyar works to loosen the grip of his predecessor, Viktor Orbán, over state institutions. Baka served 17 years as a judge on the European Court of Human Rights. He was elected with 140 votes in favour and 6 votes against.
Azt gondoljuk, hogy Baka András egy valóban a politikai pártoktól független, szuverén, ember, aki nem hiszem, hogy bármilyen módon befolyásolható lesz bármelyik politikai oldalról.
In his inaugural address, the new president said he had not expected to take on such a role, but seeing that young people and rural voters had voted for change, accountability and social reconciliation, he felt ready to step into the position.
A köztársasági elnök ehhez saját alkotmányos hatásköreinek következetes, átlátható és független gyakorlásával járulhat hozzá. Nem írhat alá törvényeket puszta formalitásként, nem tekintheti magát a mindenkori parlamenti többség vagy a kormány meghosszabbított kezének, és nem hallgathat akkor, amikor az alkotmányos működés alapvető kérdései forognak kockán.
Orbán's Fidesz party, along with its ally KDNP, boycotted the parliamentary vote. They argued that the DISA party illegitimately removed the previous president.
Baka András megválasztásával nem ért véget a vita a köztársasági elnöki pozícióról. Az új államfőnek be kell bizonyítania, hogy valóban az alkotmányosság őrzője, és nem a Tisza kétharmad kinevezettje. Egy olyan ember, aki hosszú idő után először képes kifejezni a nemzet egységét. Az pedig még csak a jövőben fog eldőlni, hogy az új alkotmány milyen jogköröket ad majd a köztársasági elnöknek, és a Tisza betartja-e régi ígéretét, miszerint a következő államfőt már a magyarok közvetlenül fogják megválasztani. Siposegyi Zoltán, Euronews, Budapest.
Qatar says talks between Iran and Oman are at an advanced stage, with Doha pointing to positive signs that an agreement could be close. The comments come a day after Oman's Sultan Haitham bin Tariq visited Qatar's Emir Sheikh Tamim bin Hamad Al Thani in Doha. The two leaders discussed regional developments as Oman continues its diplomatic efforts with Iran. Foreign Affairs Ministry spokesperson Dr. Majid Al-Ansari says Qatar supports those efforts and is closely following the talks.
مسألة المفاوضات حاليا هي في نقطة مفصلية، ونقدر بشكل كبير جدا جهود الأشقاء في سلطنة عمان، وندعم كل مساعي خفض التصعيد.
Dr. Al-Ansari says Doha wants freedom of navigation through the Strait of Hormuz restored immediately and in line with international law.
ونحن في دولة قطر ندعم أي صيغة تفاهم تضمن أمن المضيق، وأن لا يتحول المضيق مستقبلا طبعا إلى أداة للابتزاز السياسي كما تم خلال هذه الأزمة.
Qatar says any future arrangement over the strait should have regional consensus and respect international law. Adil Halim, Euronews, Doha.
A powerful earthquake and subsequent aftershocks have killed at least 132 people and injured 570 across western Colombia, with the death toll expected to rise further. Cauca and Risaralda recorded the highest number of victims, with at least 60 and 15 deaths respectively. Around 13 people were also killed in Choco. The epicenter was near San Jose del Palmar in southeastern Choco, while Cali suffered the greatest infrastructure damage. Colombia's newly inaugurated president declared a state of emergency as authorities search for survivors.
He dado una orden perentoria como jefe de Estado y jefe de gobierno. Lo primero es el rescate de las personas que se encuentran bajo los escombros.
Aside from rescue efforts, Cali and Pereira imposed curfews to prevent looting, as Caldas also introduced restrictions. The earthquake caused power and mobile phone outages, while 6 airports in western Colombia were closed. The tremor was also felt in Ecuador and Panama.
An Ebola outbreak in the Democratic Republic of Congo has killed more than 2,000 people out of over 4,000 confirmed cases, as country officials warn it could become the largest in the country's history. The case fatality rate of the current outbreak is estimated to be 45.9%, putting it close behind the DRC's deadliest Ebola outbreak in 2018 to 2020. The emergency was declared on the 15th of May, but it is thought to have already been spreading for several weeks. Aid workers say the outbreak continues to outpace the response that's been expanding across the 5 eastern provinces affected. On Friday, WHO vaccine experts recommended a full-scale human trial of the only existing approved Ebola vaccine to see if it offered cross-protection against the current strain spreading across the country.
Europeans on 12th of August will be able to see a unique event, a solar eclipse. The total eclipse will be visible in Greenland, Iceland, Spain, and a small area of Portugal. Other parts of Europe will experience a partial solar eclipse. Although eclipses occur quite frequently around Earth, the moon's shadow falls on different parts of the planet each time.
It happens in a specific place only every 400 years. So if you have an eclipse passing by your village or your city, it will not come back before 400 years. So it's almost a lifetime event that you want to see.
But those getting ready to watch it should get special eclipse glasses to protect their vision.
First, we should be very careful, because watching the sun, you should not do that never, except when at the point in a few minutes when there is the eclipse, where the sun is totally blocked, and then you can watch it for a few minutes only. But before and after, you should wear all these glasses. These are special glasses, and with these glasses, that should have this ISO and also European Community sign. These are the ones you should buy.
Simple sunglasses won't do the trick.
You should not buy any glasses, because the glasses need to be dark enough. Sunglasses also, we have negative, picture negatives that people add. We don't use them anymore. And also CD. You should not use a CD to block it, because they don't block enough. And then some light is passing by, and this can be very dangerous for your eyes. Also a camera. You should not point a camera and look at the camera, because this is also bad for your eyes.